Alright, so in this one, how to fix acne scars. A few people asked for it. What are acne scars? Basically, they're caused by an abnormal wound healing process as a response to localized inflammation, severe localized inflammation. So essentially, when you have severe and persistent localized inflammation, that causes acne, usually severe acne, and that can also cause acne scars, which is basically your skin trying to repair itself, but it doesn't have enough collagen and elastin because it had been damaged, and so you end up with skin that looks kind of like this. It's essentially a dysfunction in skin healing. And a pretty strong predictor of having acne scars is essentially fixing acne too late. For example, staying years with severe acne instead of going on Accutane or using retinoids. A lot of people try to fix it naturally with diet or whatever, which may work, but usually it doesn't. Even if it did work, if you have acne scars, your goal is to essentially fix acne as quick as possible, because the longer you have acne, the more acne scars you're going to have, because acne is caused by inflammation, but acne itself also causes localized inflammation. So you're always going to have more and more acne scars unless you fix it as quick as possible. So first, let's talk about prevention. The root cause of acne scars. So basically what's causing the cascade of mechanisms is actually severe localized skin inflammation. And common triggers are junk food, UV damage, chronic stress. All of these, they increase chronic cortisol and increase chronic inflammation, as well as localized skin inflammation, because they're pretty connected. You can have high skin inflammation while having low systemic inflammation, but that's pretty rare. So inflammation is the root cause of both acne and also acne scars. Acne scars is caused by a dysfunction in the response in terms of the healing process, and acne is also a byproduct. Inflammation pretty much causes lipid peroxidation, it blocks the oil glands, then it causes acne. Both have different mechanisms, but they're both caused by inflammation in terms of root cause. And by the way, I like to remind this pretty often because I've done this mistake for years, which is don't try to be healthy 100% of the time, because in almost all cases, it's going to affect your social life. And the biggest predictor of low chronic stress is essentially having a social life, not being chronically lonely. Even if you have a perfect diet, if you're chronically lonely, you're not going to be a calm person in general. Maybe there are some exceptions, but if you want a low stress life, the biggest predictor is not to avoid exercising. The biggest predictor is actually to have a social life, to have good quantity and quality of social connections. And if doing some of these things a few times a week is the way you get social life, then it is going to be worth it even for your health. And that is the case for most people. You can cope and say, oh, I can find a group of friends that have the same values and that only eat healthy and only go to the gym, etc. That's probably not going to happen. And just by looking outside, you can tell that that is not the case. People overall socialize over junk food and having a drink, etc. That's just the way it is. So now let's talk about products that actually work. So the goal is to prevent collagen and elastin damage, because it's that damage that causes dysfunctions in the healing process, causing acne scars. And you also want to increase their production as well. You want to increase the production of both collagen and elastin, because you essentially want to neutralize the damage that caused the acne scars in the first place. So I put this pretty simple so that you can understand it. Number one, you have topical retinoids. For example, tretinoin and tazarotene. Tazarotene is more powerful because it has a higher binding affinity to the receptors that increase collagen and elastin. So that's one of the things you can use. It's going to help with acne scars by increasing collagen and also elastin. With sunscreen, you're actually protecting collagen. You're preventing further damage that could potentially increase acne scars. And then finally, we have chemical exfoliants. For example, AHAs. Ideally, you want to use them once a week. You're going to benefit more from them if you have acne scars than if you don't, because this is going to cause collagen remodeling. So it's going to improve the texture of your skin, including of your acne scars. And finally, let's talk about procedures. So this is the best long-term solution. It fixes the skin irregularities directly, but it's also the most expensive. So if you have enough budget, then go with this one because it's going to solve the problem immediately. But if you don't have enough budget, then stick to these ones for now, at least. So the gold standard for fixing acne scars is to actually combine both of these. One of them is CO2 laser. Basically, it uses laser to cause microfractures, and then it causes your skin to remodel. This improves skin softness, and also it improves acne scars. The other one is subcision. So essentially, it fixes the irregularities directly. This has pretty immediate results. Both of these do. But essentially, by combining both, you are fixing the irregularities both from the outside and from the inside. Therefore, it's a gold standard in dermatology to fix acne scars with procedures. That being said, I know this video is going to help at least a few people on this channel. These types of videos, they get less views, but I do think they have a better positive impact, even if it only gets a few hundred views. That being said, I hope you learned something and that this one was useful. And also, if you think I can help you to fix your problems, you can join my school community. First link in the pinned comment. There's a bunch of topics that I cover. And if you trust me enough and you think I can help you with anything, you can join the school and send me a message on there.